Hey there, I am Izzy Noodles. Welcome to Harbor of Ocean, our happy holiday resort, although the weather is pretty miserable. So we need to get inside. The moment we approach the gates, we'll get a diary update. Harbor of Ocean is a resort, but in fact, this place was someone's temple. Builders had the beautiful temple rebuilt and made the resort. However, I heard recently devils were seen in the night around here. I think the temple is still alive. Let's search it, but how can I enter? So we do need to find the key in order to get inside. Firstly, if I come just over to here, we can see there are some flares. Plenty of flares in this level, so don't be afraid to use them. And as I turn around, you can see this gemstone just sitting underneath this sign. So it is a little confusing how to get to this gemstone. This is actually a secret. I spent some time kind of crouching and doing various other things and gave up before thinking about coming around this side and then pushing the sign. So yeah, pretty easy peasy. That was like the one thing I didn't try. Okay. And then in this incredibly dark corner over here, we can light a flare and just about make out there is this cracked ledge that we can grab. So shimmy through, we have this crawl space as well, so you'll need to drop down. Fortunately, we have the, if you press the jump button, we have the action to roll out of the gap. And we have two of the said devil dogs. So you can see in the bottom corner, those are named as ocean dogs. Okay, and well, once we've finished fighting them, what on earth has happened here? So this one particular guy, you can pull him out of the way. So we get another diary update and there is a key that he was on top of. They resemble the dog. They are the ocean devils. Guards of Harbor of Ocean were killed by them. It was lucky he had a key of the entrance. So yep, this key is for the entrance, and it looks like you can easily get through this very large gap, but you cannot. So that is a secret there that we will have to come back to later on. So once you've got the key, you can return back through the gap. A very tricky jump to do though. So you need quite a curve. Whoops, yeah, and you need to jump as well. I didn't jump. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just bumbling about being a fumblefingers. I mean, yeah, it's not easy, but it's not this hard either. This is like, once I finally nailed it, I come to record. And nope, you're just bad at the game. There we go. Okay, so once you are finally back through, you can use the key. So in we come. The right is a dead end, so take the left. Harbor of Ocean. So just go ahead and shoot this no entry sign. Lara doesn't pay attention to no signs. I accidentally shot this one too. We can't actually open this door, so our goal is to get behind the door, but it won't open. We need to find alternate means to get through. So I actually didn't need to shoot that sign, but well, two birds with one stone. From here I'm just gonna check the ladies' room just for some items. So the toilet bathrooms are actually kind of complicated. to navigate. So once you get to that mirror, take a left, and it's the furthest stall. There we go, so some flares in here. And as we come back to the mirror just here, if we step on the black tiles in front of the mirror, Lara's very intrigued by something in the mirror. So you'll have to step off the tile to look again. You can't really see what she's looking at, but there is a glow. So if you see the yellow glow in the mirror, there's no glow out here. So what it is right in front of this doorway, a very well hidden secret, literally hidden in plain sight. And now to progress further, we are required to go into the men's bathroom. So all the way around to the right, there's items in here, or one item in here. Shoot the bats first. I mean, you don't have to, that bit's optional. And in the second shower stall is a Medpack. So now come this way, come through this second door. And follow all the way to the end, and you'll need to come into this furthest room. So pretty tricky to figure out, so jump into this corner, and it does need to be this corner because the handle of the flusher there is in the way. We actually have a sneaky crawl space right here, so not very obvious in the slightest that this is here. And I'm just coming all the way around this way for some more flares. And then return back again. I'm going to go down that passage that I bypassed. So the moment you're able to stand up, you'll want to draw your weapons. We have some pesky bats. Okay. And if I just show you my health really quick, I don't know if I've actually been hit or not. I probably did get a bit of a chew from the ocean dogs, but it is very hard to tell because the colour merges into black. So I don't like the health bar very much because it's hard to tell exactly where my health is, but I can tell it's pretty good. I just can't tell if it's actually full. But anyway, continuing on, light another flare and follow the passage. Okay, so we are now on the other side of the gate that I pointed out, the door. And there's two paths here. It doesn't matter which one you take, they both lead the same way. I favour this right-hand path because of the steps in the water. You don't actually have to wade your way through. Much quicker to navigate. And this is the main room we're going to be wandering around in this video. So another diary update. How beautiful. The blue lights seem to resonate. So, yep. Beautiful. So, I first like to show you around. So, I always like to just help viewers get their bearings. So, there is a staff door over here. And then two doorways over here. And you can just go ahead and shoot the barriers. You don't have to do that just yet, but I'm doing it just cause. So whether you're watching for the entertainment purpose or if you're stuck and need guidance playing for yourself, I always like to help viewers get their bearings and show off certain points. Let me just come back around. So just to point out, this is where I started. So on this right hand side of the entrance, this is where we're going to begin. So there's the 3 columns you can see, and one of them is unique because it's covered in images and scribblings and stuff. So this column is kind of a very vague hint. We're actually going to use this to climb up to the balcony section. So the top half of that column is actually a ladder. So we need to try and make our way up there. So if we come through here, we have the grating as well, grated ceiling, and that acts as a monkey bar. So we're actually going to use the monkey bar to get to the ladder and then make our way up to this level above. So just let go and grab. So as I've said, you cannot grab the ladder from ground level. It's only the top part of this column that's a ladder. And then you'll need to just come around this right hand side. So once you hit this really dark patch, you'll probably need to light a flare, and then you'll see that we have this lower ledge just here. We can grab this to climb up. So we've got a lot of climbing to do now. So we're actually making our way over to the chandeliers. Okay, and then over to this high column that's probably broken. I assume there's supposed to be more just here. Like in a real life situation, of course. So, these chandeliers, the blue lights that are resonating, they're kind of tricky to grab. Let me save. So, run and jump and make sure you grab these sort of in the middle on this rounded curved bit, because it's hard to know exactly where the line edge stops. Be careful, walk on the edge or else slip and drop. So yeah, basically just walk. Walk on these chandeliers until you know you are lined up for a running jump. So across the way you can see there's a secret, there's some flares as well I can get to as well. So I'm gonna go this way just for the secret. There we go, second secret in the bag. Okay, and then just a standing jump over to the flares. So that's it. We'll unfortunately have to get back down to get back up to the chandeliers. So as you drop on down, be careful that you're not going to drop down to the ground floor. And I would like to also point out this doorway. So I won't be going through here, but there's a few different doorways you can navigate through, which if you're a first time player of this game, it's very helpful to, you know, allow you to get around much easier to get back up to these higher balconies. So now heading straight back to where I was. So basically this level, like as a player playing for the first time, you are wandering around, wondering what to do, what to explore. This time Lara is in that situation because I can't really tell you I need to go here and do this, which will open this door. Not very much, because we actually need to just trigger different events in this level in particular. Very unique, which kind of makes it a tricky game. Hard to know what to do. Okay, so again, back to the chandelier. And now we need to head in this direction. So as I've said, just try and aim somewhat in the middle, or at least the rounded edge of these chandeliers. And this one you don't need to do a running jump. The master of the temple tries to prevent me from invading. So there are mystical forces at work. So yeah, something made that chandelier drop. So now we need to get to the rope. So it is pretty tricky. So just hop back, make sure you're all the way back and all the way to the left, and then just sidestep to the right. So I really do recommend the half tile jump. So turn a little bit, you don't have to turn all the way towards the rope, but once you're in the air, just veer around a little bit more. So you can reach it with a full tile running jump, but it's pretty darn tricky. Okay, and then I'm just climbing up to the top to steady the rope. And I'm heading over here. So you can aim for the sloped tiles. If you land on the flat one in the center, that's kind of even better. As long as you are able to get over here. So there we go. It's okay if you hit the slope, because as you can see, you can just shimmy across. So up on here is a shotgun. I recommend picking this up, although this is not required to actually be up here at the top. So there's a lot of optional things to do. So of course I am just roaming around for the pickups. I always collect every pickup. And I'm taking a bit of a detour to grab those shotgun shells over there. So not too tricky a jump to get over here, so you can try and aim on the flat section just there, or you can do a longer jump and land on the edge over there, but just try not to land on the slopes, because otherwise you will die. Oops. I'm getting paranoid about dying. I don't know why, but I'm fine. It's because I'm recording. Everything goes wrong when you start recording. Okay, and then I'm going to do a running jump over to that ledge there. So just for a bit of perspective, I was up there on the very top, I got the shotgun, and you can see the ocean dogs over there waiting on the next level. And then going to jump to the bottom of where you can see the ladder. Don't jump to the ground floor, because that will only end in disaster. So now I'm going to come up to this level with the ocean dogs, which is optional. You don't have to come up here. Okay, so what we have here, we have some flares. And we have this lever. As I've said, this is optional. So that's opened a door somewhere. I won't be going through the door. That's to help you just to get around. If you can create shortcuts for yourself, yeah, may as well. So I do believe that door leads around to the other one that I pointed out earlier that I said I won't be going through. And now we need to head down to the ground floor. So again, optional, you can pull this lever. This leads back out to the pool. And I'm coming out here just for a secret, which is only obtainable once the chandelier has fallen. So it's kind of like a piece has broken off and fallen into the pool. So there it is. That's only there once the chandelier has fallen. So next I'm heading into the water just here. So there's kind of a passage around the pool. So ignore this gap just here. That's just a dead end. But I will come to the right just here to grab a med pack. So as I was saying, there's kind of a narrow gap around the pool that we're going to be swimming around now. You'll kind of, you see what I mean? So there's the pool. Here's the gap. So you'll need to swim around clockwise, and then you will come to this left opening. So take a left once you get to the narrow passage around the pool, basically. Shoot some bats as you climb out. And head up the ladder. And there's two shelves with first aid items on here. So this right hand shelf is the one of interest. This one has a med pack on it. And then I always think this is a window. It's not, it's a doorway. You need to come in and come all the way to the end and pull this lever. So there we go, that's opened that door. I did point out that door already. So once you've pulled that lever, you can head back down. And this will lead us back out again. And as I come out, you can actually see, if I come forward a little bit more, we did see this door open already. It was an optional door, but I won't be heading that way. So now head out back to the pool area. So if I come forward a little bit, there we go, there's the chandelier. Just to help you get your bearings. And this is the door that I opened. Ooh, there we go, someone closed the door, it says, and I didn't mean to step on the trigger tile so soon, but if you step forward a little further, this door ahead of me will open and we will have a lot of ocean dogs. So this is kind of why you probably want to make the point to pick up the shotgun. Okay, so once they're all dead, if you go into the room ahead, there is nothing in there. So it's a little confusing. What are we doing? We are actually trapped in this room. So what you need to do is very specifically step on this tile. That activates a final ocean dog. And once that dog is dead, you can then come into this room to trigger this cutscene. So we were shut in the room by this big bad doggo. Perhaps the stronger monster shut me up in the room. He must report to the master of the temple that I intrude on here. Okay, so the door to leave is now open. And that has triggered a new area for us to go and explore. So the best way to get there is back this way. So there's kind of a few ways to get there, but it is just quicker to come back the way we came. So back through here, back into the water. And again go clockwise around the pool. So once you get to the passage, it's a left, go clockwise, and then you'll get to this passage. Okay, and this door is now open. This was not open before getting that little cutscene. So we saw the ocean dog coming this way. Firstly, I will just come over here and grab a medpack. And then head on through. So we are now in a new level area, and if you see my health, yep, that's full. That is full health, but it's hard to tell. But anyway, so I'm pointing out this door that will need a key. This is for much later in the game, so just continue on. Shoot this sign, come on through. And we don't need to go into the bathrooms this time, but there are items in there. So straight ahead, it's the... I think it's the first door, actually. Yep, we got some shotgun shells. And in the men's toilets, just come kind of straight ahead. So is it this way? It's the second door, hopefully. This is hopefully the right room. I always get incredibly lost. Yes, it is the right room. These are very elaborate bathrooms. And then just shoot this sign and enter through this way. And we are now in the diving pool. So Lara's looking up at the diving board because she really, really wants to dive. But anyway, the main thing we need to do here is just hop into the water. So we're not actually exploring this room or doing much in here, we are just passing through. So find this very suspicious looking door in the pool and then pull this lever. And that's opened up access so we can get to the next area. So we will have to climb to the top of the diving board to get there. Before we do that, come around the back of the diving board and there is this first aid room. So inside you can see a glow, so if you have a look around there's a secret, and if you press action again you can grab a medpack. So that is everything. We can now make our way to the top of the board. Okay, and right over this way is where the doorways are that opened up. And we have two very tricky jumps to do. Okay, so right here, this low ceiling can make you fall down incredibly easily. You need to curve around this and not grab because you need to land on the ledge ahead. Pretty tricky jump. Ooh, nice. I don't usually get it in one. Okay, kind of a snug jump over to here. Oh, dang it. Really annoying that I have to make this horrible jump again, though. Nice. Okay, so a running jump is probably best here because of the low ceiling. Okay, and then just grab this and shimmy all the way around, and we do have another tricky jump coming up. Okay, so we need to do a banana jump into the next gap. So when you have 2 tile spaces to work with, it's not so bad. So make sure you're all the way forward and all the way right. Hop back and then twist so that the wall is kind of close to where Lara's shoulder ends, where it starts like going down her arm. So it's not an exact line up, but it's kind of a near enough. Just go by this and tweak it as you need to. And then hop back again into a running jump. Like, in a way, I'm happy I died. Because then you can see, okay, let's not have so much space there, you know, by Lara's arm. Let's bring it in a little bit. And there we go. So this is where I'm going to end. So as we crawl on through, we will get kind of a cutscene that starts off the next level. So I'm going to save that for next time. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Take it easy.